Say thank you, Creator, one who dwells on the Most High. We thank you for the medicine today that we're going to have. We're really grateful today to be here to do a rumination, to do a reconnection to our ways of healing in a powerful way. Just sitting together, and they would find ways to quiet their spirit down. It's a form of deep relaxation and meditation. Gela Kesla, Comox Nation, Kwagit Nation, Gela Kesla, for allowing us to be in your territory and your house. It's an honor for us to be here today in a powerful and profound way for us to celebrate who we are and who we can become. And I have deep gratitude. I say, Haichka Siem. Oh, he, ho. He, oh, eh. He, oh, he, oh. He, oh, eh. CM Creator, thank you for the Comox land, the Wagyu people, for allowing us to be on their sacred territory here in this longhouse. We ask that you send your great spirit amongst us and bless us and guide us. We say, CM Haichka. So today I'm asking you guys to do a rumination with us today. And it's about accepting those things that came about in our lives and those cultural gifts that came later in years. And some of the most beautiful stories I seen were men crying because they found a connection, a thread to who they are. And I just think that this is a really important piece. It's about acceptance. And it's not about becoming this or that in the sense of your identity, whether you're all Canadian or you're Native. By blood you're born and you have that connection. So our exploration today is we're going to do a piece within our bodies to help us understand that piece. So just when I talk about some of these things, there's a reaction in our body. Our bodies begin to vibrate. And I know for my own self, even though I wasn't a 60s scoop, I was separated from my culture, like my brothers and sister. And we came to this part of our culture later in our life. And then, so today we're just going to kind of explore that piece. And I just want to ask you to just feel yourself in a comfortable spot in your chair here. And I'm going to ask you to, you don't necessarily need to close your eyes, but if you want to look in the piece of the fire, there's some safety there. And just feel yourself being okay with that connection with you and the fire.
Now you hear a knock at the door, and it's your 5-year-old self. You give that 5-year-old a hug and bring him to the blanket by the fire and say what you need to say. Now there's another knock at the door, and you go to the door and you open the door, and there's your 16-year-old self. You know the things that 16-year-old's gone through. Give that 16-year-old a big hug and bring him into the blanket beside their 5 and 10-year-old and say what you need to say.
I I grew up in northern Saskatchewan, and I was born Cree and French. And this here is my Cree part, and this here is my French part, wearing a Hudson Bay blanket, wearing a native blanket. And when I grew up, I never knew this part here at all. I just knew that there was a fire somehow inside. I knew there was something there, but it was never spoken. It was never spoken in our family. It was never spoken in our community, except when I was called half-breed. And so it was much more comfortable to look this way and to get to know this part of myself and to get to love this part of myself and to get to know the fire that was within that part. But all of a sudden, and often, I would get a tug, and I would turn and face this part. But when that part came towards me, it was like, stay back, because I could only look and turn. Like a shroud of whispering smoke from a fire smoldering in the moss, the flames invisible burning from within, finding pathways to move beneath the earth. A constant watchful eye is ever present, putting each fire out as it surfaces. For if a smoldering fire surfaces, it will move swiftly until the whole is on fire.